All right, today we're going deep, I mean really deep, to meet one of the ocean's most misunderstood creatures. Yep, we're talking about the blobfish. And I'm willing to bet that even if you've seen that photo, you don't know the real story.
Okay, here it is. The face you probably know. This is the picture that made the blobfish an internet legend. Or maybe an internet punchline. You know, with that super droopy, gelatinous face that looks permanently bummed out. But what if I told you that's not what a blobfish actually looks like?
Yeah, to get to the truth, we need to leave our world behind. We're going to have to travel way, way down into an environment that's basically alien to us.
So let's dive in. Our journey starts off the coasts of Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania, and we're heading straight down. And when I say down, I mean down. We're talking about depths of up to 3,900 feet. Just to put that in perspective, that's more than 3/4 of a mile straight down. It is so deep that absolutely no sunlight can get there. And the pressure? Whoa. Down there, the weight of all that water creates a force that's up to 120 times greater than what we're feeling right now. For you or me or most animals for that matter, that kind of pressure would be, well, it wouldn't be good. Not at all. So let's paint a picture here. You've got total perpetual darkness. The water is near freezing, and you're being squeezed by this incredible constant pressure. This is the extreme world where the blobfish calls home. And it doesn't just get by, it actually thrives. Okay, so understanding its home is key to busting the biggest myth about this fish. It's time to reveal what the blobfish really looks like. Okay, so this is the whole thing right here. Out of the water, at the surface, it's that gelatinous, blobby thing we've all seen. Why? Because that look is actually the result of extreme damage from decompression. When it's yanked up from the deep, its body just collapses without all that pressure. But in its own home, oh, it's a whole different animal. And this is the real blobfish. See? Down in its natural high-pressure home, it looks like a fish. It's got a pretty normal fish shape with a big head, large eyes, and a body that tapers off to its tail. It looks exactly how it's supposed to look for where it lives. So why the huge difference? It's actually pretty simple. Its body is built to be held together by all that intense pressure. You take that pressure away, and poof, its structure is gone. The very thing that makes it perfect for the deep sea is what makes it look like a blob up here. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does its body actually work in a place like that? Well, its anatomy is just brilliant when it comes to saving energy. You see, it doesn't have a lot of muscle. Its bones are really soft and fine, and its body is mostly this gelatinous stuff that's actually a little less dense than the water around it. It also doesn't have a swim bladder, you know, that air-filled bag most fish have. Yeah, that would just get crushed instantly down there. Oh, and get this, it doesn't even have any teeth. So what does all that add up to? It means the blobfish doesn't really swim. It basically floats. It's neutrally buoyant, so it just hovers right above the seafloor without using any energy. The best way to picture it is like a water balloon just kind of drifting around in a pool. It's an absolutely genius way to save precious energy where meals are few and far between. And its hunting style, just as lazy, efficient. It's a super patient eater. It just hangs out, floating, and waits for little tasty things like crustaceans or other bits of food to drift on by. When something gets close enough, it just opens its mouth and, gulp, dinner is served. No chasing required. Here's a fun little tidbit. What do you call a young blobfish? Well, they and their relatives in the fathead sculpin family are often just called fatheads. But what about a specific name for a male or a female or a whole group of them? Well, honestly, we just don't know yet. The deep sea is really good at keeping its secrets. Okay, get ready for this because this fact is just mind-blowing. Scientists think that a blobfish could live for up to 130 years. It makes sense when you think about it. A super slow metabolism, a pretty chill life just floating around, and no known predators. They just live these incredibly long, slow lives. But wait, there is more. For a fish that seems to have perfected the art of doing nothing, it turns out they're surprisingly dedicated when it comes to being parents. So a female blobfish can lay a ton of these little pink eggs. We're talking up to and sometimes even more than 100,000 eggs at a time. In a place where everything is a struggle, that is a massive energy investment. And what's really amazing is they don't just lay them and swim off. Nope, they stick around. They guard the nests, sometimes with other females doing the same thing nearby. They'll actually hover right over the eggs or even sit on them to keep them clean and safe until they hatch. That kind of parenting is pretty special for any fish, but for one living in the deep sea, that's incredible.
So, really, what's the big takeaway here? It's that the blobfish isn't ugly at all. It's an absolute marvel. It's a survivor, perfectly built for a world we can barely even imagine. Everything about it, its body, its lifestyle, even its parenting, is just the perfect answer to the question of how to live in one of the toughest places on our planet.
And, the story of the blobfish is just a great reminder of how little we really know about our own world. I mean, if we could get one fish so wrong for so long, it just makes you wonder, right? What other incredible, undiscovered wonders are out there, just waiting in the dark?